Okay, so today I want to talk about June domination. So we've just had May, come to the end of a month, starting a new month. Um, like I said, just before we hit record, I do this every single month and I encourage everyone else to do it every single month as well. And a lot of times, before people join this program, this is something they've never done before. Um, and it's a huge game changer when it comes to progress, but also when it comes to enjoyment of the process as well. So not only will it get you close to your goal, but while you're getting there, it will just make it a lot more enjoyable. A lot of people come from this place of like not liking kind of what they're doing, not liking the process, and that's why people don't stick to it. So maybe before this program, you were doing like Slimming World, Weight Watchers, crash test diets, that sort of thing that you weren't enjoying, and you weren't really seeing the results you wanted from. Of course you weren't, because you weren't enjoying it and you weren't seeing the results, so it wasn't sustainable. Okay, this is one of the ways that we can make our journey sustainable. So, how did May go? Lots of people just kind of rush on into the next month, right? So, like, May's done, now into June. Maybe you don't even think about it. You just think, oh, it's the first now, so let's just carry on. Okay. The problem with that is we can get really, really bogged down in just the mundane of like going through the day to day. Okay. And we can really forget the progress that we've made. And we don't want to do that. Okay. Because it can really feel like if you do forget the progress you've made, it can feel like that you're not making any progress at all. Okay. So May could have gone either two ways. We want to simplify this. So either May went really, really well. Like we got results, we made progress, we had fun, we hit the gym 100% of the time, we hit our calories, we did everything we were meant to do, and we got the result. Okay. Or May could have gone the opposite way. Maybe we did a little bit, but we weren't 100% happy with our efforts. Okay. Maybe we could have done more. Maybe you joined this program, and meaning that like most of the May you weren't doing anything, and now you've started something. Okay. So there's always going to be something that we can learn from and or we can take from the previous month in order to make this month better. Either we take lessons from the last month, we change stuff we did and we bring it into June, or we take the stuff that did really, really well and we put an extra effort into repeating that in May. Okay. If we don't do this, we're going into each month blind. We're starting again. We're not learning from anything, which means we're just kind of guessing. We want to take the guesswork out of it. What worked? Do more of that. What didn't work? Kill it, stop it, don't do it again. Okay. And then put your focus onto the things that did work and then test other things as well. So in this month, we take the things that did well, we do more of that, we let go of the things that didn't do well, and we test new things, new strategies to see if they work. And then we'll do the same at the end of May as well. So I want you to get a piece of paper now, or your phone, or whatever you've got on you. And I want you to write down the three biggest wins from last month. Okay, the three biggest wins, whether that's your fitness, social, like professional life, anything. I want the three biggest wins. Just write them down on a piece of paper. Okay. I also want the three biggest lessons. Okay. The things that you could view, or normal people, like most people before this, would probably view as a negative. Oh, a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Like I screwed up there. But we want to view them as lessons. Like what did you do that maybe wasn't getting you closer to where you want to be, that we can learn from and we can take into May and we can change. Okay, so the three biggest lessons, three biggest things that did well, that went really, really well for you, that you did, that you enjoyed, that got you close to where you want to be. And the three biggest lessons, the things that maybe held you back, some barriers that maybe you didn't hop over as well as you wanted to. Okay, three things that you could do better going into May. Okay, also with the three lessons, I want you to write what you're going to do this month to solve that. So make sure that it doesn't happen again, because making mistakes is absolutely fine. Like we're not going to be 100% perfect 100% of the time, but what we can control is taking those lessons and changing it. All right. If the same mistakes and the same lessons keep coming up month after month, week after week, day after day, something's missing. Okay, we need to add in something that's missing from your process there, because we're making the same mistake over and over and over again, and that's not what we want to do, because we know that we're going to do it. All right, so if we do this, if we reflect, we look at the three biggest wins, three biggest lessons, we can take the lessons, create the three actionable steps that we can take in order to not have those lessons again this month, and we can focus on those. So we're focusing on the wins and we're focused on the lessons, so that this month we can guarantee that we will have lessons, but we will have different lessons. Okay, the trick is not repeating the same lesson over and over and over again. So why take the time to reflect? Like I said, months tend to just blur into one, okay? And if that happens, we can really forget how far we've come. This program is operating from a place of positivity, okay? It's not from guilt, it's not from shame, it's not from like negative energy or anything like that that we're taking action. I want you guys to take action from a positive place, from a place of you doing really, really well and you wanting to keep doing well in order for you to like keep taking action, to keep showing up for yourself, to keep feeling good on a day-to-day basis, to keep getting closer and closer to where you really want to be and everything that comes with it, okay? And that's why we take the time to reflect after each and every month so that we can make sure that we're not making the same mistakes, because if we keep making the same mistakes, it will get more and more painful and you'll feel like you're hopeless because you're doing the same thing over and over again. You can't do anything to stop it. You absolutely can. You just need to determine which mistakes those are and exactly what you need to do in order to solve those things. Okay. And we're not going to know that unless we take this time to reflect now. So hopefully you've written down your 3 wins and your 3 lessons and then what you're going to do. That is going to be the make or break when it comes to sticking to the process. Okay. Remember, if you don't do this, 1 month just rolls into the next. You forget that you've made progress. You forget the mistakes you made. So the mistakes get made again. And you feel like you're not making any progress because we're so used to just forgetting about it. We're so used to not actively thinking about our wins, thinking about the process. That's why I'm so big on you guys sharing your wins in the group, always flexing that muscle, because if you don't, it will just go and people will forget about how far they've come. Okay, and that's not what we want to do, because I always say people don't stick to things, or like these changes won't be a lifestyle change unless they have 2 things, unless they have unless they have enjoyment and results. Okay, those 2 things are needed for sustainable change. Okay, and you're not going to enjoy this if you're not constantly reflecting and seeing how far you've come. We need to win sometimes. Okay, you're also not going to stick to it if we don't look back and actually see that we're getting the results, because even if you are, we're not going to see it. We're going to think there are no results and we're going to give up. Okay, so that's why reflecting on each month is one of the most important things we can do. Okay, so if you're happy with how this month has started, so how we've ended May and we started June, if you're happy with how this week has gone so far, great, keep the ball rolling, keep doing that, keep giving the energy that you're giving, and keep doing the same stuff that's working. Okay, if not, that's okay, but don't let it carry on. Okay, don't let the challenges that you've faced at the end of May carry on into this new month. Let's see this as a new start. Look at the wins, look at the lessons, do more of the wins and learn from the lessons, okay? And change that today, all right? Today is the day where we can absolutely change it. We can stop that ball rolling from May into June, and we can start a new one rolling, a positive one that we can end June with, going into July and to end the year with, okay? So if it's going great, great, keep the momentum. If not, change it today. Look at the lessons that you've just written down and take action on that today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Take action on that today to break the cycle there. So mindsets to bring into June. I've gone through these mindsets with you guys before and it really, really helped. And these are the ones that I always love to revisit at the beginning of every month. Okay. So whenever there's like a big change or a big reset, and it's important to reflect, to look at what's gone wrong, what's gone well, and restart and reevaluate. These are the mindsets that I always love going back to, just to remind myself of it and you guys as well. So you've just got to do it. You've just got to get it done. Remember, motivation isn't going to be around the whole time. Now we're going into the summer. Yes, it's light outside, it's warm. It's easier to get up in the morning. It's easier, people feel better, so you're more likely to go to the gym. But there are going to be more events, there are going to be holidays, there are going to be things that we need to be doing with our friends and our family, all right? And we still need to keep consistent, okay? So do it when you're tired, do it when you're sad, do it when you're happy, do it when you're fed up, just get it done, okay? Remember, it's 1 hour, and I'll talk about that in the next slide, but it is 1 hour out of your entire day in order to make everything better. And I said this on my story yesterday, if you're facing like challenges or problems at the moment, anxiety, whatever that is, everything seems more manageable after a workout. Everything seems more manageable once you've moved, once you've got up, once you've done stuff. Everything seems smaller. Like all your problems seem smaller. They won't go away completely, but they'll seem like you can manage them a lot better. All right. So don't neglect it. Don't let that be the thing that you lose when things get stressful, because that is the thing that's going to make everything less stressful. The second one is, it is 1 hour. Like I said, it's an hour out of your day, and that 1 hour can lead to better health, more and better time with your loved ones, more energy, more confidence, more self-respect, and everything that brings. Okay. 1 hour per day. It's worth it, right? It is, but people still miss it. People still make it the first thing to go. Okay, I get it. When there's a new habit, things get busy. The new habit's the first thing to break. And this is probably the new habit, but we need to make this the one non-negotiable. Why? Not because, I'm selfish and I want you to do well. I do want you to do well, but this one thing will make you be able to do everything else, all your other tasks, that much better. You'll be more focused, you'll be happier, you'll be more likely to stick to it, you'll do the job better, you'll have more energy when you're doing it, you'll feel better about doing it. Everything benefits from this 1 hour. So why let this 1 hour be the one you lose? Because then everything suffers. Okay, I'd much rather find the time somewhere. I'd much rather go to bed an hour later, get up an hour earlier, more than go to bed an hour later, but go to bed, get up an hour earlier to get this thing done, knowing that everything else in my day will benefit because of the time that I've spent doing this. So it is 1 hour out of your day to get better health, better time, more time with your loved ones, better energy, more confidence, more self-respect, more productivity, you name it, it does 100% help. I love it. I feel so much better after every single workout, and I take the time. Not only do I take the time at the end of every month to reflect on the month, but I take the time after every workout to realize how good I feel, how I felt before the workout versus how I felt after the workout. And especially now, because right now I'm kind of nursing an injury at the moment. I hurt my wrist, and it's getting me down a little bit when it comes to training, because it's like I can't just go and train now. I have to go and think about what I need to be able to, or like, am I able to do this movement? Am I able to do that movement? Am I able to grip the bar today? Maybe not. I've got to do my rehab. It's very, very frustrating. It gets me down quite a bit, and it's tough to motivate myself to get up and do it. Last week we were traveling. I think I got like 3 workouts, maybe 2 workouts in last week. And on the days that I didn't, I felt sluggish, I felt low, didn't feel motivated, I didn't feel like I could get the jobs done properly. And that's even brought itself into this week. Every morning I've woken up, I'm not wanting to go. I have gone yesterday and today because I do this reflection, because I take the time after I do the workout to assess, how do I feel now? How differently do I feel now? How would I feel going into work now versus if I hadn't done the workout? If I just rolled out of bed, got up, brushed my eyes, brushed my eyes. What's that called when you do that? Like wipe my eyes and just gone to work, right? I know I'd be able to do this. I'd be able to present this. I'd be able to coach 100% better if I've looked after myself. I've hit the gym. I've taken that 1 hour out of my day to focus on myself in order to give everything else that much more attention. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So if we're doing the same thing and expecting different results, it's not going to happen because we're doing the same thing. Everything happens because of the inputs that we put in. Okay, if you're losing weight right now, it's because of the inputs you're putting in. If you're gaining weight right now, it's because of the inputs you're putting in. If you're plateaued, it's because of the inputs you are putting in. Okay, we can give you stuff, but like I said, it's up to you to take it and run with it. It is up to you, it's up to me to take action on our goals in order to get closer to where we want to be. All right, I can read all I want. I can talk about fitness until the cows come home, but if I don't do anything, I'm going to stay stuck, right? Nothing changes if nothing changes. So if things are going well right now, don't change it. Keep doing the thing that you're doing. Don't look for this other thing. Don't look for more shiny objects. Oh, I saw this workout on Instagram. This looked fun on TikTok. Don't do it. If it's going well, just do the things that are working. Keep it simple. Do the boring stuff because the boring stuff gets results. Likewise, if you're not getting this thing done, if you're not getting the results, don't keep doing what you're doing. Something needs to change. You know what needs to change in your life. You know that there's a little hole there. There's something that you're not doing 100%. And if that's like niggling away at your brain there, and you're thinking, oh, that's the thing, I know that I'm not 100% dedicated to that, that is the thing that's stopping you from getting results. All right. Do not let that keep stopping you. Okay. Because it's not your fault. Like if you're programmed like that, if you've been doing that for years and years and years, it's just a habit. It's not your fault, but it is your what? It is your problem. And you do need to fix that problem. Okay. Because nothing changes if nothing changes. Shoot for the ceiling, but never go lower than the floor. We've talked about this quite a lot for the past 2 weeks. On good days, we're always shooting for the ceiling. We're always shooting for perfection. The ceiling is like your perfect day. So hitting workouts every single week, every single day in the week, hitting your calories every single day, hitting your step target, 10,000 steps every single day, like celebrating wins every single day, journaling every single day. That's your ceiling. We're always shooting for that. but we never go lower than the floor. Now, the floor is the most important thing. The floor is when you're feeling ill, when you're feeling demotivated, when you've just got such a busy day. Actually, I don't count demotivated. I take that one back because motivation isn't going to be around. You're going to be demotivated, and that's still not a reason not to shoot for the ceiling. But if you're ill, if you're super, super busy, if things just keep getting thrown at you, the thing that I want you to do is promise yourself and hold yourself to that standard that you never go lower than the floor. The people that do well, the people that are where you want to be, hold themselves to a standard, even on the days that they don't want to do it. All right. They don't start acting the way that they're acting, or they didn't start acting the way they're acting when they got to that point. They didn't start acting like an athlete when they became an athlete. They started acting like an athlete when they were years back, nowhere even near that point. They started taking the actions of an athlete. They started taking the actions of the successful person, the person that was where they want to be, years before they even got there. Okay. Do not delay the actions that you know you need to take for a later date. You need to start taking those actions now, otherwise you will never get to that point. Okay. And the floor is just a basic minimum of the standard that you need to hold yourself to. Okay. And this is also not an excuse. Like, I'm not telling you this so you can go, oh, Adam told me that I only need to get to here, so I can just do this for the entire week. Absolutely not. I don't want you doing this every single day. I don't want you doing this every single week, to be honest. I want you to be hitting the ceiling or trying to hit the ceiling most days of the month. Hitting the floor is going to be like a 1, 2, maybe 3 days per month type thing. Okay. That is the standard that you never go below. But your actual standard, the one that you actually want to get to, has to be higher than that. You need to hold yourself higher. But I never want you to go below the floor. Next one is, we're all lucky enough to be here, to be able to move and work out and have access to healthy food. Make the most of it. Not everyone does. That is the reality of the situation. Not everyone's as lucky enough as us to be able to be here, be in this country, be able to move, be able to work out, have access to food, be able to do all this stuff. I hear so many people, oh, I have to go to the gym, I have to do this, it's horrible, blah, 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 blah. You don't have to do anything. You don't. You can stay where you are if you want. So many people do. So many people don't take action on things. And that's okay. If they're all right with it, you don't have to. You can be like everyone else who just gives up and gets worse and gets more unhealthy, puts on weight, just does nothing, sits around all day. You can do that. You don't have to do anything. You get to. It's up to you. It's your choice to do that. It's your choice to go to the gym. It's your choice what you eat. You have the power, okay? And it's up to you to take that responsibility and realize that you are lucky enough to be able to do that and say, I don't have to do this, but I want to, and I get to, and I'm lucky enough to be able to do that. So I'm going to make the most of it. Again, it's 1 hour out of my day, 1 hour out of my entire day that I'm lucky enough to be able to do this and have the freedom to do that. Okay, so never take that for granted. Never say you have to do anything, because you absolutely do not. Don't view this as a punishment. Don't view this as a torture, because it's not. It's a privilege that we are here and we are able to do that. Okay, so next time you're there and you're thinking, oh God, I hate Adam making me do this. I hate Zoe making me do this. Not making you do anything. Not making you do anything. This is your privilege to be able to do this. Okay, when I'm doing my workouts, I'm not hating everyone. I'm not saying, oh, I'm so unlucky to be able to do this. I'm saying how lucky I am, because I am 100%, and you should never take that for granted. So it's never been as easy as it is right now to be successful, but it's never been as easy as it is to get distracted as well. There's so much information out there. You've got everything you need with this program, everything you need in order to be successful. But it's also so easy to get distracted. Like I said, if things are working right now, do it. Keep doing it. Keep doing the boring stuff. Keep going over and over and over and over, repping out, repping out, repping out to get the results. As soon as it starts to plateau, we change it up. Don't get distracted by different things, because that's where people give up. That's where the gains stop. You think, oh, I'm doing something wrong, and then you can't put a finger on it, on why. You give up. Okay, do not get distracted. I've seen it so many times, not just with you guys, with fitness coaches as well. Things are going well in terms of like their client base, and then they think, oh, I need to do something else, and they put something in, upset their clients, and their clients leave. You need to do the same stuff that works over and over and over again, and just keep consistent with that. And if things start to fall apart, you change that. You take that challenge and you find a solution for it. Okay, don't just randomly start trying different things because you think it looks cool or you think you should be doing more. Okay, if you're making progress, good. Keep doing the thing that's getting you progress. So that is all of the mindsets or mindset shift that I wanted to go over in this call. So after this call, what I want you to do is I want you to like look at the things you need to do, look at your wins, look at your lessons, and realize or figure out what you need to start doing today in order to get back on track or ride the wave of starting the month in the right way. Okay, if you want, well, actually, no, I think you should share your lessons in the Telegram chat. So yeah, I want you to share your lessons and the actionable step, one of your lessons, and an actionable step that you're going to take in order to not make the same mistake in June. Okay, what thing are you going to be focused on this month in order to get better? What are you going to learn from May? So I hope this helped, guys. If you're listening back to this on WhatsApp, any asks, any questions, just chuck it in the WhatsApp chat, tag me in there, and I'll get back to it on there. But I hope this helped, guys. Any questions, chuck them in the Zoom chat, but I'm not seeing any questions at the moment. Like, this doesn't have to be a question from this call. It can be like a random question as well from the program, from just anything that you kind of want to know as well. So chuck it in the Zoom chat if there is one. I'm not seeing any in there right now, so I will leave this chat now. I'll leave this call. Any questions you have, chuck them in the WhatsApp chat, and I will check in with you guys in a bit. Have a great rest of your evening, guys.